name is Damian Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, interstate transportation for prostitution.
That really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward.
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now.
In an unexpected turn of events, Sean Diddy Combs has found himself at the center of a burgeoning scandal involving serious criminal claims. Previously respected as a key player in the music and entertainment sectors, Diddy is now the subject of extensive federal investigations.
And alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
These investigations have sparked panic and conjecture in Hollywood, with several celebrities apparently fleeing the country.
Before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened.
The entertainment industry, astonished by the fast consequences, is left wondering how this issue escalated so swiftly. What precisely caused this spectacular series of events? Let's look at the specifics of Diddy's alleged offenses and how they affected others around him.
Since 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including trafficking.
For years, Diddy was seen as a successful and untouchable entrepreneur, recognized for his impact on music, fashion, and business. However, underneath this veneer of accomplishment, sinister truths seem to have been hiding.
To account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
How bad was it?
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think? What was going on?
Multiple federal investigations have been started into charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and witness intimidation involving Diddy. These allegations have caught the business by storm, leaving many wondering how such activities could have gone unchecked for so long.
Allegedly planned and controlled performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way,
in March 2024, Homeland Security carried out synchronized raids on Diddy's residences in Los Angeles and Miami, escalating the issue.
This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly. Anyone with information can call 1-877-4HSI-TIP. I want to express my deep appreciation for the victims and witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. We would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents on the HSI Trafficking in Person Squad in New York.
These searches, which confiscated electronic devices and other critical evidence, indicated that officials were collecting the information they needed to establish their case. The collected material is likely to play an important part in the ongoing investigation, providing insights into Diddy's illicit operations.
First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
For a little while, it seemed like Diddy would live peacefully, with no apparent reply to the increasing probes.
I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange.
However, as the scenario started to unravel, claims appeared that Diddy had alerted a small handful of celebrities about the impending storm. According to several sources, this warning sent shockwaves across Hollywood, raising widespread concerns about what would be revealed next.
$50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
The consequences of the investigations were immediate and harsh. As the FBI cranked up its investigation, a number of celebrities connected to Diddy started to distance themselves, with some apparently departing the country. Everyone had one thing in mind: who was running and why.
Crimes. He and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee.
One of the most popular names is Jennifer Lopez. Lopez, who was formerly romantically engaged with Diddy, was reportedly one of the first celebrities to leave the United States after receiving a warning from him. Her unexpected departure aroused questions, especially considering her long-standing relationship with Diddy. Another A-lister, Leonardo DiCaprio, was seen with his girlfriend in Italy soon after Diddy was arrested on September 16, 2024. DiCaprio's unexpected exit from the public spotlight fueled conjecture about who else may be involved in Diddy's legal difficulties.
How the hell did that happen?
I have no idea. We were talking about our first interview that may have been 30 years ago.
What do you want to do before you turn 50?
Good question.
Well, you know, every now and then.
You know what? Just one more movie.
Jay-Z, one of the most dominant characters in the music business, has also been the subject of much suspicion. Jay-Z made himself scarce at public events after allegedly getting a similar warning from Diddy, fueling speculation that he too is escaping the repercussions of their affiliation.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Perhaps the most startling name in this departure is T.D. Jakes, a powerful bishop. His purported decision to leave the nation astounded many, highlighting the far-reaching impact Diddy's warnings seemed to have. For fans and industry insiders alike, the abrupt departure of important personalities generated an environment of bewilderment and dread.
This entire fucking movement.
The specific nature of Diddy's warnings to these celebrities is unknown, while some sources believe he hinted at the possibility of serious repercussions for those who stayed close to him. Regardless of the circumstances, these celebrities' efforts to separate themselves from Diddy have further heightened the ambiguity surrounding this story.
Search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large-capacity drum magazine. They also...
At the heart of this affair are the serious and varied charges leveled against Diddy. The most frightening allegations include sex trafficking, with stories claiming that Diddy coerced victims to perform sexual activities under great pressure and threats.
Victims of physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media.
The specifics of these charges have yet to be revealed, but the allegations themselves have sent shockwaves across Hollywood and beyond.
Agencies are raiding the home of hip-hop mogul P. Diddy.
And tonight, we are learning it may be tied to alarming allegations.
In addition to sex trafficking, Diddy is accused of witness intimidation. Prosecutors believe Diddy tried to quiet crucial witnesses by making threats against them, hampering the ongoing investigations.
The indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical.
This attempt to impede justice is a severe accusation that may significantly alter the course of Diddy's judicial proceedings.
To hear a lot more of these types of stories because people feel safe to speak with Diddy behind bars. There's a real sense that he could spend the rest of his life in jail, and that will give people the courage to speak up.
Furthermore, during the March 2024 searches on Diddy's residences, officials allegedly uncovered firearms. The discovery of these guns adds another layer of worry to the case, raising concerns about what Diddy was planning and if these firearms were related to his alleged efforts to intimidate witnesses.
Violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses.
These charges portray a troubling picture of Diddy's actions and point to a wider, more nefarious enterprise that goes well beyond his public image. As more evidence becomes available, the breadth of the claims will certainly broaden, revealing how far these alleged crimes have permeated Diddy's inner circle.
Absolutely. Now, Kinsey, there are also claims that actor Denzel Washington confronted Diddy at one of his parties back in 2003, reportedly storming out after a heated screaming match with the rapper. What can you tell us about these reports?
As federal investigations deepen, the impact of Diddy's legal woes continues to extend across the entertainment industry.
I think that we made the points that we've been wanting to make. I think it came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges.
Celebrities are being compelled to reconsider their relationships with him, particularly as rumors abound about who may be involved next. Many high-profile personalities have distanced themselves from Diddy due to concerns about probable legal consequences, signaling a significant change in the once glamorous Hollywood environment.
Not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
Diddy's legal team has been outspoken in its criticism of the probes, with his counsel calling the searches and continued scrutiny an unwarranted show of force.
The government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name. And we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things.
Diddy's defense strategy is based on his assertion of complete collaboration with authorities, and his counsel has encouraged the public to refrain from jumping to conclusions before all of the facts are known.
Coercion, there's no crime. There's basically just, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves as a witness in a criminal case. And we're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he. And eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent. And so tomorrow we fight again, and we'll fight every day until we don't have to fight anymore.
Where's he being detained?
Despite his public denials, Diddy is finding it more difficult to sustain a narrative of innocence. With each passing day, new details about the case emerge, and the pile of claims becomes bigger.
Those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting.
Many observers believe Diddy will have to face the repercussions of his alleged acts, while the timing of any prospective judicial procedures remains undetermined.
The list of over 200 celebrities that could be humiliated by what he could reveal are worse. Could he take some of these people down with him if he were to testify? And it's everyone, politicians, musicians, models, movie stars. There will be a lot of nervous people thanks to that press conference, thanks to the future court hearings. And I do wonder if Diddy and his team were concerned about his safety behind bars.
The public's response to these charges has been varied. Some fans were surprised by the announcement, particularly considering Diddy's long-standing image as a successful entrepreneur in the entertainment world. Many people are shocked that someone of his prominence could be engaged in such dark and illegal acts.
Next out of this case, Kinsey.
When we watched the Diddy raids, we saw Homeland Security collect hard drives, digital equipment, videotapes, DVDs. Every public figure or celebrity that can be identified in Sean Combs' freak-off videos, those people are expected to be questioned if they haven't already. The theory is that Diddy secretly filmed his parties to use the footage as blackmail to control or have some sort of leverage.
On the other side, a growing part of the public feels misled by Diddy's alleged actions. For these people, the allegations have damaged Diddy's carefully built image as a strong but respected person.
Now they're going to therapy, they're going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Social media platforms have become hotbeds of controversy, with people debating themes of responsibility and justice in the wake of the allegations.
Assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They are ready.
The rising debate over Diddy's case overlaps with wider societal concerns about the abuse of power in the entertainment business.
About not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated.
As more people become aware of the issue, cries for accountability grow stronger. And many believe that this case will shine a light on Hollywood's secret abuses of power.
And legal analyst Joey Jackson. Josh, let me start with you. What do these raids by federal agents in multiple locations tell you about the seriousness of this investigation?
Yeah, Wolf, a very significant development here, seeing this law enforcement action taking place. I'll point out, just to be clear at the outset, we don't know that Sean Diddy Combs himself is the subject or target of a federal investigation.
The media has been persistent in covering Diddy's case. Major news agencies, entertainment journals, and gossip websites are all keeping up with the unfolding drama.
Is that 2 properties associated with him. We saw the feds descend on those properties. We saw on aerial footage federal agents both here in the Los Angeles area as well as in Miami at those residences. Now, the Department of Homeland Security, their what's called HSI, Homeland Security Investigations.
This continual media scrutiny has produced a climate in which rumors may spread rapidly, sometimes without appropriate proof.
About what this activity is. They say that earlier today, HSI New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. That is it, confirming that they are conducting what they're deeming law enforcement action, which could indicate search warrants being conducted there, could indicate arrests being conducted. We just don't know at this hour specifically what that law enforcement.
The continuous coverage has not only highlighted Diddy's legal issues, but has also sparked suspicion about who else in the entertainment business may be involved. In such a milieu, where sensationalism often reigns supreme, it might be difficult for the truth to emerge intact.
Conduct occurred. It's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120.
The mix of investigative reporting, tabloid sensationalism, and social media discussions guarantees that the public will be interested in this issue for the foreseeable future.
Schofield, Kinsey, there's been a development in the case against disgraced rapper and media mogul, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. He's now accused of sexually abusing dozens of people, including minors. A lawyer representing more than 100 of his alleged victims has given...
The whole entertainment industry is keeping a close eye on Sean Diddy Combs as he grapples with these severe criminal charges. The ongoing investigations have put doubt on not just Diddy's future, but also the futures of those close to him.
And they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial. The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 20...
The departure of celebrities from Hollywood suggests that this scandal might have far-reaching consequences, changing the careers and lifestyles of individuals affected.
We can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against. We did not enter this fray blindly. I wish it was my last such fray. I wish this type of behavior wasn't so pervasive, but it is what it is.
While Diddy's legal team continues to fight the allegations, the evidence obtained may be overwhelming. It's still being determined if Diddy will be able to clear his reputation, but the stakes couldn't be greater. This is more than simply a legal dispute. It is a watershed event in Hollywood history that will undoubtedly have long-term consequences.
For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit.
The next phase of the inquiry might reveal even more information, perhaps incriminating others and broadening the scope of the case. For the time being, the general public, the media, and the entertainment business are all waiting to see what happens next in this terrible drama. As further facts emerge, one thing is certain: Diddy's once untouchable reputation has been irreversibly altered, and the effects will be felt far and wide. Stay tuned for more updates as this story develops.